Do you know who I am?
Who we are?
Do you know what we've been through?
Do you know what we still go through?
There are many struggles for justice and peace back home.
We were worried here and want to help. Maybe if we tell our stories and you hear our stories, we can make peace and justice back home.
When I returned to Ogaden, when I was young, I did saw a lot of things going on. The thing that I saw affected me because it happened to my family. It happened to my relative. I feel kind of sad because I talk to every night, every other night. I do talk to my family. I don't know what's going on tonight. I haven't talked to them, I would say 2 to 3 days. Maybe something happened to them. I call them and I tell them what's going on. And because it happened to them.
Since 1960, Somali people have struggled for unity and control over their destiny. This unity, represented by the 5 pointed stars in the flag, has not been fully realized.
If we can solve our conflicts, we can make peace.
My parents have always been saying, hey, not literally saying it to me, but I've been talking to other family members, to my sisters, to my brothers, because I was always the young daughter. But kind of, in a way, it's my fault for not paying attention to them, because when they did approach me, guess what I said? I'm like, we're not there. Why should it matter? Who cares, Just leave it alone. As a child, I felt like it's a past, so leave it at the past. That's how I felt. And I felt like I should just work towards being me here in America, growing up, being the child that I was, going to school, starting fights, starting rumors. So it's kind of me just wanting to be left alone and not being bothered with it.
Back home, there's unrest, ethnic conflicts made worse by British colonialism, and then by the Cold War policies of the United States and Soviet Union. The Ogaden people in eastern Ethiopia had the strength of the Somalian army in the 1977 offensive, but have not recovered from losing that war just 70 miles away from capturing Addis Ababa when the USSR switched its allegiance to Ethiopia.
The Ethiopian and Somali people who suffered because of war and oppression are still suffering.
In high school, Ramla attended a meeting where she learned about the tragedies that happen in East Africa.
That day changed my life because all the things they were talking about, the human right violations in Ogaden being done to the Ogaden citizens. Not only that, but you don't really pay attention to something until you're forced to it, you know what I mean? So from that day, I think I felt like I went from a kid to a mature grown up because how can you deal with that, knowing that your cousin or your family's been tortured and killed? You can't. So you're kind of forced to it. Just realize that you need to wake up. Hey, this is what's happening to your family. What are you going to do about it,
Both Ramla and Ahmed grew up in the United States, but have uncertain feelings about America being their home.
I feel like America is largely my home because this is where I grew up and this is where I have my memories from. This is where my childhood was, where I celebrated my childhood years. But then again, if you really look at it, I can't call it home because my home is being destroyed. My home is being raped. And until things change, I have to always know that that's my home. And then I can accept the fact that I'm American second.
American is not my home because my home is Ogaden. But I can't call here the home because what's going on back there. And I'm here in my body, but my mind is all the way back to Ogaden. It's not here at all. I moved to America so I can open my eyes and my ears so I can help do something in knowledge to myself and my people.
I feel blessed to be here in this country, having the opportunity to do what I want to do. That's, I think, the most important thing because I'm provided things that I could never have been provided back home. I can do things that many back home can't dare to do. I would like to return to the Ogaden region to help those that I can't help now, to go back and do something about the situation there instead of talking about it.
Ethiopian and Somalian people still fight back home. Maybe Ethiopian and Somalian people can work together here to raise awareness and to resolve those conflicts.
I'm one of the community leaders here in San Diego, and we do have about 45 people that member right now in San Diego. I became active when I moved to United States, which is I was 14 years old, and started to talk to the other people, tell them what's going on back there, and so they can help. We're trying to put the word all over the country, so we can help them out and put the words, so they can get help at least. So some doctors or some nurses can go there and at least help the kids.
I think I can, to get the people's attention that I want, or the world's attention that I want, I think what I can do is just connect with more youth. The more the better, right? The merrier. So just do what I'm doing, continue to do the project I'm currently working on, finish it, and then look towards meeting with other people from other groups while still doing my thing, you know what I mean? And connecting all those different groups, and just then what do you have? Like a strong connection of everyone, right? So I think that's how I can achieve it. I feel like other people should really stand up and realize what's going on, because I feel like people choose to have the deaf ear, you know? They know, but they don't want to know. They should know, but they choose not to know. You know what I mean? Like, I think people should just accept the truth, accept what's going on, and say something about it. Because every country in this world has had some kind of dark past, and in order to recover from that dark past, somebody has to stand up and say something to shine that light, right? And I feel like people are not doing that. I mean, people have been suffering for over 100 years and nobody said anything. It's kind of sad.
By documenting the voices of our community members and providing youth with valuable learning experiences, the Media Arts Center San Diego helps people learn about our community.
We hope we can make a positive change together, from those who just arrived to those who have been here their whole lives.